Hello, how are you? Welcome to Hero Villains, the channel where we discuss comics and movies. Today we're diving into the battle between Hulk and Darkseid. Among these two super characters, who is the strongest, or at least, who would win in a fight? As always, this decision is quite a challenge for me. This time we're dealing with two characters who not only resonate with their respective universes, but also possess unimaginable power when pitted against each other. The Lord of Darkness, Darkseid, the tyrant king of the dark world Apokolips, faces off against the Green Destroyer, Hulk, a symbol of primal rage in the Marvel Universe. These two giants of the comic book industry, Darkseid and Hulk, are about to clash, but only a few enemies can defeat the Green Giant, and Darkseid is one of them. Greek god Zeus, one of the most powerful gods, has encountered both Darkseid and Hulk, with results ranging from victory to defeat. Few characters can reasonably survive a battle with either Hulk or Darkseid, but Zeus is one of the rare exceptions. With his divine nature and appearances in both Marvel and DC, Zeus is not only a formidable opponent, but also a testament to strength. But before we dive deeper into the debate, be sure to hit the subscribe button, it helps us a lot. Thank you, and don't forget to enable notifications by clicking the bell icon. Hulk is another form of Bruce Banner, a genius scientist exposed to gamma radiation, which gave him the ability to transform into a massive, muscle-bound monster whenever his anger flares. The angrier Hulk becomes, the stronger he gets, to the point where few beings in the Marvel Universe can match him. He can lift mountains, withstand nuclear blasts, heal from any wound, and even leap across continents. Hulk has fought and bested many fearsome enemies such as Thor, Abomination, Wolverine, and even Thanos. On the other side stands Darkseid, the absolute ruler of Apokolips, a hellish planet in the DC Universe. As a new god, a cosmic being with immense strength and longevity, Darkseid is nearly indestructible. Though he doesn't often engage in direct combat, even one of Darkseid's outbursts can cause earthquakes capable of devastating cities like New York. Hulk's regenerative powers, one of his most impressive abilities, even surpass Wolverine's, making him one of the toughest opponents anyone could face. In Incredible Hulk's 662, Hulk and his allies decide to confront Zeus atop Mount Olympus, planning to dethrone the king of the Greek gods. Confident in his strength, Hulk lands a punch straight at Zeus. But in a mere moment, Hulk realizes the vast difference in power as he is defeated with just a few strikes from Zeus. Physically and mentally devastated, Hulk realizes they have no choice but to retreat. But the nightmare doesn't end there. Zeus punishes Hulk by imprisoning him in a manner reminiscent of Prometheus, chaining him to a rock to have his liver eaten by vultures. It is only when Hercules comes to his rescue that Hulk escapes this painful fate. This moment is particularly interesting because Hulk had previously defeated Thor in battle. However, this time his opponent is not just any god, he's the King of Darkness, Darkseid, one of the most terrifying villains in the DC Universe. Darkseid doesn't just possess immense strength, surpassing even Superman, he also has mind control abilities, making him the embodiment of evil and ruthless cruelty. These traits make a confrontation with Darkseid a grueling challenge that even Hulk might hesitate to face. Darkseid has absolute control over all living beings, commanding a massive army of loyal parademon demons and powerful henchmen like Darkseid, Granny Goodness, and Calabac. He has battled and challenged numerous heroes such as Superman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, and the entire Justice League. Both Hulk and Darkseid are among the strongest beings in their respective universes. Hulk's power is limitless. The angrier he gets, the stronger he becomes, once lifting entire planets and creating shockwaves capable of destroying galaxies. When it comes to resilience, both Hulk and Darkseid are among the toughest creatures. Hulk's durability is also limitless, increasing with his rage. Darkseid stands out with his Omega beams, which can track and destroy any target at will. Furthermore, Darkseid is not only physically powerful but also intelligent, calculating, and a brilliant military leader with a vast army at his command. Darkseid, the ruler of Apokolips, is regarded as the greatest threat to the DC Universe. Because of this, Darkseid and Thanos are often compared, as both threaten not just Earth but the entire universe. As we contemplate the showdown between Hulk and Darkseid, consider this before making a final judgment. As we know, Superman is a formidable opponent, but Hulk, even in his base form, can hold his own against him. Although Hulk is one of the strongest beings in existence, Darkseid operates on an entirely different level. His power lies not only in physical strength but also in supernatural abilities such as magic, telepathy, and reality manipulation. Darkseid's resilience is so incredible that he can withstand and recover from virtually any damage, even destructive attacks like Omega beams, black holes, and antimatter. Darkseid has overcome many powerful enemies thanks to his mind control abilities, soul manipulation, and time travel. In terms of speed, both Hulk and Darkseid are among the fastest beings in their universes, and Hulk's speed also increases with his rage. However, for Hulk to reach a level of anger sufficient to surpass Darkseid, it would take an extraordinarily high degree of rage. If Darkseid strikes first with a powerful, swift attack, giving Hulk no time to react, Darkseid could easily claim victory, quickly taking down Hulk in his base form. with a speed that far surpasses human comprehension. From supersonic to even light speed levels, Hulk can leap and move at such astonishing velocity that he can cross continents in the blink of an eye. He also has the ability to teleport and move at speeds that transcend space and time, enabling him to breach different dimensions or even the multiverse. Intellectually, both Hulk and Darkseid possess unique abilities that give them significant advantages in battle. Hulk can manipulate gamma radiation, which grants him limitless power as his rage intensifies. However, Darkseid has a deadly weapon, the Omega Beams. Darkseid's Omega Beams could very well be the deciding factor in the battle. While Hulk might be able to withstand 1 or 2 blasts from the Omega Beams, repeated exposure would cause him severe damage. If Darkseid grows tired of the fight, he can use the Omega Beams to inflict catastrophic harm or even erase Hulk entirely unless Hulk is strong enough to withstand the destruction. To be honest, while the power levels of Superman and Hulk seem to be on par, in many respects, I believe Hulk is strong enough to fight Darkseid. However, this would be a battle that risks both of their lives. Darkseid is not only a new god with unmatched power, but also an immortal being who can easily defeat Superman. In a life or death struggle, Darkseid could obliterate Thanos with little effort. Hulk would have an extremely tough time facing both foes, and in reality, Hulk's strength may not be as overwhelming as we think. Depending on which version of Hulk we are discussing, he could be defeated or even destroyed. This has been proven when Sentry killed Hulk even in his strongest form. This means that Darkseid's Omega Beams are more than capable of erasing Hulk from existence, since their nature is inherently destructive. Hulk cannot dodge these beams as swiftly as the Flash in the comics, and in terms of raw power, Darkseid remains superior. In the DC universe, Darkseid once faced Zeus, and the outcome of that battle unfolded in a surprising way. After an intense struggle during the Darkseid War, Darkseid was reduced to the size of an infant. However, his dark powers were not extinguished. Darkseid found a way to regain his almost complete form by brutally devouring the newborns of Zeus. This enraged Zeus, leading him to confront Darkseid in a fateful battle. Yet Zeus underestimated Darkseid's cruelty. During the fight, Darkseid absorbed Zeus's life force, restoring his full power and easily defeating the god. But Darkseid did not stop there. His previous encounters with Wonder Woman had given him deeper insights into the Greek mythological world, potentially giving him an edge in future battles with the gods. Please subscribe to our channel. It helps us tremendously, and you'll be able to watch great videos every day. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Hulk's power is undeniable because the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger Hulk becomes. His rage knows no bounds, and Hulk has been cursed to always return from death. The main issue is not whether Hulk or Darkseid would win in a single fight, but whether Darkseid could contain Hulk indefinitely. Hulk could become strong enough to destroy Darkseid, but it would require a level of rage far beyond anything we've ever seen. Nonetheless, Darkseid can withstand numerous blows and has a plethora of options to deal with Hulk. I believe Darkseid would ultimately defeat Hulk, but the battle would not end easily. It seems logical that Darkseid would triumph where Hulk fails. Hulk's strength primarily lies in his physicality, and while he can achieve extraordinary feats with it, this limits the types of enemies he can overcome. In contrast, Darkseid not only has superior strength but also possesses cunning intelligence and the power of the Omega Beams, making his skill set far more versatile and terrifying than Hulk's. For this reason, it's no surprise that Darkseid can subdue Zeus while Hulk cannot. If Darkseid could imprison Hulk, he would need to find a way to completely neutralize Hulk's power. For instance, telekinetic forces could suspend Hulk in an endless void where he couldn't touch any surface to escape. But that's just part of the problem. Darkseid would also need to stop Hulk's soul, mind, or essence from finding its way back through the Green Door, the mechanism that allows Hulk to resurrect from death. Although the inner workings of the Green Door remain mysterious, we've seen that it can return gamma creatures from death in a location far removed from where they fell. So even if Darkseid managed to trap Hulk somewhere, Hulk could end his own life and return elsewhere, possibly with even greater rage than before. I'm not entirely sure whether Hulk could be permanently contained, but if anyone is capable of doing so, it's Darkseid. The battles with Greek gods make it clear what is necessary to defeat a deity. However, an interesting question arises: does defeating or being defeated by the same enemy necessarily mean one is stronger than the other? For example, does Darkseid's victory over Zeus increase his chances of winning against Hulk in a direct confrontation? Of course, this is only true if DC's Zeus is comparable to Marvel's Zeus. Defeating a god is an impressive feat in Darkseid's record, but it's a black mark on Hulk's. Darkseid is so powerful that Hulk wouldn't even dream of fighting him. If the battle were inevitable, their confrontation would be no different from Hulk's encounters with Thanos. He'd be tossed aside like a disobedient child. Even if Hulk continues to rise and return to the fight, the reality is that he would constantly be flung away, continuously overpowered. Darkseid not only surpasses Hulk in strength but also in strategy, making any battle with Hulk end swiftly and mercilessly. Perhaps Darkseid's Omega Beams could temporarily eliminate Hulk, but that doesn't mean it would be the end for Hulk. As of now, Hulk is not only immortal but also has the ability to resurrect every night, making him more difficult to destroy than ever. Even though Darkseid's beams are powerful enough to destroy an entire planet, Hulk has previously survived destructive energy attacks from the Galaxy Master. While immortal Hulk may not be as durable as Savage Hulk, he still possesses an incredible regeneration ability, allowing him to continuously come back to life. So, could Hulk survive Darkseid's Omega Beams? The answer is yes, but if Darkseid truly unleashed a deadly beam, Hulk would only be able to return at night, under the cover of darkness. This not only adds more drama to the battle, but also forces Darkseid to face an opponent who can never be completely defeated. Hulk will always come back, stronger and more determined. In reality, the outcome of a fight between Hulk and Darkseid would largely depend on the circumstances and how the battle began. Starship Hulk, the latest version of Hulk, is a savage Hulk fully controlled by Bruce Banner, like a pilot steering a warship. With the advanced technology he stole from AIM, Hulk might have some advantages in a battle with Darkseid and his Legion. However, even though in theory Hulk might be strong enough to pose a threat to Darkseid, Darkseid is much faster, more resilient, and vastly stronger, meaning Hulk wouldn't last long enough in the fight to become a serious threat to him. Hulk would charge at Darkseid, who would remain calm and indifferent. Before Hulk even realized what was happening, Darkseid would slap him aside, sending him flying. When Hulk recovers and stands up, ready to fight again, Darkseid would take him down as if he were just a stubborn child. Do you remember how Zeus humiliated Hulk? That's right. Darkseid defeated Zeus, and he wasn't even at his peak power then. After unleashing devastating attacks, when Hulk is recovering and filled with rage, Darkseid would simply erase him with an Omega Beam. There would be no mercy, no forgiveness, only complete destruction brought by Darkseid, leaving no trace of Hulk behind. The Omega Effect is an ultimate nightmare. It's the force capable of wiping out Galactus in an instant. But in truth, Darkseid doesn't even need to destroy Hulk to achieve his goals. He could completely take over Hulk's mind, turning him into a tool for his will, or even transforming Hulk into one of his parademons, a fully controlled enemy under his command. Although Hulk is strong, resilient, and regenerates quickly, these traits are only useful within the limits of the power he can unleash against Darkseid. While Hulk has demonstrated incredible strength, as shown in battles with Doomsday, it is still not enough to pose a real threat to Darkseid. Darkseid during the Silver Age already proved his terrifying power, and though he became more complex in the post-crisis, New 52, and Rebirth eras, his destructive strength remains undeniable. Even if Hulk achieved power on par with Superman, who is believed to be stronger than Hulk, that still wouldn't be enough to face Darkseid. Hulk would only be able to fight Darkseid when the latter is at his weakest. And I say this from the perspective of someone who understands the battlefield, like Thor, a great warrior, who could defeat Darkseid in his current state or in most of his forms. With the addition of the Odin Force to his power, Thor has surpassed strength limits that were previously unimaginable. Furthermore, the powers of the Phoenix and Gia, which Thor can always tap into, have elevated his abilities beyond any AP skill that Darkseid possesses, even in his true or infinite borderline forms. The eighth cosmos, with all the strength and capabilities Thor now has made Mjolnir stronger than ever before. Thor not only possesses the ability to absorb power from other sources, but can also withstand and potentially counter the Omega Beams, something we've seen Batman achieve using strange crystals. Even with all his might, Darkseid couldn't defeat Galactus, and neither could Superman. But the ninth Cosmos Hulk is a completely different story. While retaining the power of his previous forms, Hulk's current regeneration abilities are extraordinarily fearsome. He can travel through space at speeds far exceeding the speed of light, as evidenced by his completion of a mission that lasted billions of years. His task was to destroy all the moons, asteroids, planets, and stars in the universe, a mission he executed ruthlessly, from crashing into moons to punching planets apart, growing in size, and crushing stars with his bare hands. This proves that Devil Hulk, with his incredible endurance, can withstand blows so powerful that Hercules ended up hurting himself with a punch. Meanwhile, Jane, Thor, Rogue, and Wonder Man were all unable to injure Devil Hulk, showing that he is at least capable of surviving Darkseid's Omega Beams. Although he might be seriously wounded, Devil Hulk would recover quickly. In fact, Devil Hulk has the best regeneration abilities in Marvel, with such immortality that even if he were erased from existence, a lesser force would bring him back through the Green Door. This is truly unbelievable. Hercules, known for his strength to move entire planets and perform insane feats like lifting the sky, can't compare to Cosmos Hulk. Jane, Thor, even after facing off against Odin, the All-Father of the Sky, and making him bleed, couldn't diminish Hulk's power. This version of Hulk is no joke. His strength and immortality have reached their peak. He has injured a cosmic elder, reducing the Grandmaster to ashes. I've heard people say that this Hulk is less durable than other versions. I disagree. The things that injure him are specifically designed to harm him. a hydraulic press capable of bending titanium like paper, along with an adamantium scalpel, struggles to cut through Hulk's heart. We all know how delicate a heart can be, yet Hulk's heart is too strong to be sliced by ordinary blades or even stronger ones. Even a direct stab from adamantium claws barely penetrates his skin. Hulk has faced powerful attacks from the beginning, with planet-destroying energy from the Galaxy Master constantly targeting him. Galaxy Master, a tyrant who destroys planets, roams the universe to fulfill his destructive mission. Although Savage Hulk defeated him, this does not mean Darkseid cannot be challenged. Savage Hulk, with his immense strength, certainly has the ability to survive Darkseid's Omega Beams. While he may be knocked unconscious for a while, he will come back stronger than ever, able to endure even if Darkseid launches a second powerful assault. Thanos may have brought Hulk down with a single eye beam, but Hulk never stops. Darkseid, despite enslaving millions of worlds and building an elite empire, cannot compare to the challenges Hulk has faced. Devil Hulk, having fought both Thor and Hercules, some of the mightiest warriors, proves that their strength far exceeds any elite force Darkseid could command. Darkseid's Omega Beams, although powerful enough to outshine any laser Superman possesses, still wouldn't easily subdue Hulk. This is truly an insightful perspective because the outcome of a battle isn't decided solely by raw strength, but also by strategy, battle conditions, and other factors. Hulk and Darkseid are both immensely powerful characters with unique abilities. In some situations, Hulk could prove to be a formidable opponent with his superior regeneration and strength. However, Darkseid, with his advanced combat skills and terrifying Omega Beams, could have the upper hand in a fight depending on the circumstances. If the battle took place in an environment where Darkseid could exploit his Omega Beams and mind control abilities, he could overwhelm Hulk. On the other hand, if Hulk had time to prepare and maximize his regenerative powers, he could make things difficult for Darkseid. Ultimately, Hulk would likely win against Darkseid's physical manifestation, especially as his anger increases, allowing him to endure most of Darkseid's Omega Beam attacks. I believe Hulk would emerge victorious over Darkseid's physical form. What do you think? I'm sure you have thoughts and feelings on this, and I'd love to hear them. Thank you for watching. That's today's video. Let us know your thoughts. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll stop here for now. Thanks, everyone!